How are you, everybody? This is Ismail here again. This is part 2 of Is Jesus God in the Quran. Now, as mentioned before, Jesus has come to the earth. He was eternal before he came to earth, and he was born of a virgin. And I just wanted to show you guys that Jesus is also Lord in the Quran. Now, as mentioned before, I used to be Muslim until I was 42 years old. I was able to write my name in Arabic, and I did all the practices that Muslims do currently. Now, this video is not a hate preaching video or anything like that. Any person from any backgrounds, from any beliefs can watch this video. There's no problem at all, of course. And I'm not discriminating any religion, any beliefs of any kind. This is basically just to show you guys that Jesus is also Lord in the Quran. And please, sorry if I offend anybody with some of the pictures or anything like that. But believe me, my whole aim is just to make a point that Jesus is Lord even in the Quran. Now, this chapter is talking about is Jesus holy? Now, can a human being be holy? Who's qualified that the person as a human being is holy? Can you actually be holy? You listener, are you actually holy yourself? Are you a holy man? And that you are holy as a human being? Now, as we all know, in the Bible and in the Quran, it says that Jesus Christ, Yeshua, Isa Messiah, was born of a virgin. Now, you show me one person on earth that lived and has or is alive right now, ever in the history of humankind, that was born of a virgin. To cut the story short, basically, the Quran also shows that Jesus is holy in the Quran. Now, as mentioned before, can a human be holy? Can a prophet be holy? Can you achieve to be holy? Has any human achieved holiness? I just took some pictures, okay, from all kinds of belief. This person, I believe, on the left here holding the staff is basically an Orthodox Christian, I believe. These are Jewish people. Do you believe that any of these people are holy? Do you think that they can achieve to be holy? I don't think so. Now, this is a Sikh believer, I think. Everybody knows Dalai Lama. Do you believe that these two people were born of a virgin? And do you believe that they are holy? Do you believe that these people are actually holy? They are human beings. They had a mother and they had a father. Do you believe that any of these people are holy or came to a statue of being holy? I don't think so. They all had a mother, they all had a father, they're just normal human beings. I don't believe that anybody can actually achieve to be holy or even try to be holy. Or these people here, Khomeini or this guy here, I mean, do you believe that these people were ever holy or even have achieved to be holy? What about this person here on the left? Everybody knows him, who he is. Do you believe that a cow can be holy? And I didn't put Einstein here because he's holy or not holy. Just think about what you believe. Now, again, I'm not discriminating what you believe or anything like that. Let's keep going. Now, what is the definition of holy? It means exalted or worthy of complete devotion, as one perfect in goodness and righteousness. Divine, for the Lord our God is holy, it says in Psalms 99.9 in King James Version, and all the other versions as well. The Hebrew word for holy is Kodesh, and means apartness, set apart. So basically, even though that God has created us, He's not, how can I say, part of us. He created us in His own image, but we are not Him, and He's not us. He is apart from our time zone, He's apart from our world, but yet He's holding the world in His hands. This chapter, I'm going to be showing and proving that Jesus is also holy in the Quran. As mentioned before, can a normal human being be holy? We all know that a normal human being cannot be holy as such. I mean, can we really be full of love, 100% love? A heart that will always forgive. Doesn't matter if they cut you, if they kill you. If you just think about any human being, yourself, your neighbor, any person that you think that person must be so holy. We're not even talking about animals like a cow of it. We're talking about a human being. A human being can never be holy and can never be eternal. Our soul is eternal, but our soul is still created by God. This video at the moment is to prove that Jesus is holy in the Quran. Now, according to the Quran, only God can be holy. There is no human being, a prophet, or anybody can be holy. Only God can be holy. In Surah Al-Hajj 59:23, it says that holy is God, which is Allah. According to Quran, Allah is God, obviously. In the Quran, only God is holy. There is no other human being that can be holy. But yet, Maryam 19:19, Jesus is also holy. Was Muhammad holy? No. He didn't even know where he's going to go, to hell or to heaven. He did not know, and you can check it out in Surah Fasilat 41:6. Now, this is in the Yusuf Ali translation. Quran has been translated by 5 to 6 different translators, and they actually looking at a different view because they're looking at a classic Arabic. And when they read it, they also put their own opinions in there to explain the situation, what happened there. Now, in Yusuf Ali translation, which Yusuf Ali is one of the biggest translators of the Quran, who actually translated this verse in Maryam 19:19, and this is basically the angel Gabriel, according to the Quran, is actually coming and announcing the message to Mary, saying, I'm announcing you the gift of a holy son. Now, this is talking about Jesus. Now, here, the angel Gabriel is saying that Mary is going to have a holy son. If Jesus Christ was a normal human being, he wouldn't be holy. Now, when we take this verse in the Quran, that Jesus is holy, then if it backs up with the Bible scriptures in the verses Isaiah and Micah prophesied over 800 years ago. In Isaiah 7:14 it says that, behold, a virgin will conceive and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel. Now they have Emmanuel there, but the meaning in Hebrew, it actually means God with us, which actually backs up with what Maryam 19:19 says in the Quran. Again, in Isaiah 9:6, it says, for us a child is born, to us a son is given. The mighty God, everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace, it says, also in Isaiah. Now in Micah, it says that Jesus is going to be born in Bethlehem. This is a prophecy over 800 years, 737 years ago, before Jesus Christ was even born. He shall come forth. He who's going forth have been from old and from the days of eternity, which means he is not a normal human being. He's not really a created. He was not born on earth. He was already in heaven before he actually came to earth. Now, again in the New Testament, it backs up by John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. Now in John 1:14, in the same chapter, it says, and the Word was made flesh. So Jesus, who was the Word, who was God, became flesh in a human form and dwelt among us. Among whom? Among us, humans. So Jesus is the only begotten of the Father. So there is no human being, there is no angel that was begotten by the Father. It's only Jesus Christ, his only begotten Son. Angels and everything else has been created, but Jesus is not created. Now let's go to the next chapter. Now, Jesus, in this case, obviously, he's not just according to the Quran that he's holy. On top of that, that Jesus, according to the Quran, went straight to heaven, to God. Now let's have a look at the scripture in the Quran. Allah is in heaven. Allah is in heaven. It says in Al-Baqarah 2:255. Obviously he's God and he has to be in heaven. Jesus Christ is in heaven. In Al-Imran 3:55. Now, was Muhammad in heaven? Or is he in heaven now? Nobody knows. He didn't know himself. You can go and read Al-Aqaf 46:9. He didn't know. And there's an interesting part here in this surah in the Quran. Allah is saying, oh Jesus, I will take you and rise you to myself. I will make those who follow you superior to those who reject faith to the day of resurrection. Now, what does that mean? People who believe in Jesus Christ, they are more superior to Allah than all the other believers. Every Muslim has to believe in Jesus Christ. And he says that I will make those who follow you superior to those who reject faith. to the day of resurrection, because Jesus Christ is going to come on the resurrection day. That is in a different video that I'm going to explain. Now, in the Bible, it actually also backs this up. The Bible backs this up by, in the Bible verses in Luke 22:69, the Son of Man will be seated at the right hand of the power of God. In Hebrews 12:2, it says, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. In 1 Peter 3:22, who is at the right hand of God, where the angels and authorities and powers are being subjected to him. In Ephesians 1:20-21, which he brought about in Christ when he raised him from the dead and seated him at his right hand. Now, as you can see, the Quran also backs up everything that is actually being written already 570 years earlier, before Muhammad was even born. Now, as you can see, when the Quran is not really rejecting the authority and the power, the holiness, that he's also God, that he's gone to heaven, Quran is not rejecting that. It can't reject it because there's too many historical evidences to back that up. So they could not lie about it. They could not hide it, because if they say, okay, it's only in the Bible, they could have said, no, it's only in the Bible, it's nowhere else written. But the good and the amazing thing is that there was more than 10 different historians which are backing up our Bible, and that Jesus Christ has been seen by several eyewitnesses, and that he did so many miracles, and that people have seen him ascending to heaven. Now, if you look at the conclusion here in this video, Yeshua Jesus Christ is holy in the Quran and in the Bible. Yeshua Jesus Christ was born from a virgin who was before the world began. Yeshua Jesus Christ is in heaven and seated on the right hand side with the Father in his throne. Now, brothers and sisters of all backgrounds, Muslims, Christians, Orthodox, Jehovah's Witnesses, whoever or whatever you believe, or even Sikhism, whoever you are, just think about what you believe, and have a look and research, and do your research properly. There is enough evidence spiritually, archaeologically, and many evidences with the Dead Sea Scrolls that Jesus Christ came, he died, he rose again, and he sacrificed himself for us. And bless you all, my brothers and sisters. And hopefully this video was informative for you. And I hope I see you in the third part of that Jesus is God also in the Quran. Bless you guys. Have a great day.